Today on BladeHQ.com, we're taking a look at the BlackJack Knives 155. It's a nice little neck knife, comes in a Kydex sheath. Very cool, made in the US of A. We're going to be comparing it to my little Essie Azula that kicks around every now and then. But very cool knife. Somebody on YouTube requested this one, so I'm just throwing it out there for you guys. And I was curious about it as well. I hadn't spent much time with BlackJack knives. So I wanted to take a look at it and tell you to buy it at BladeHQ.com. So here's how it goes down. The overall length on this one is 6.3 inches. The blade length is 2 3/4 inches, made from 154 cm steel. You can see that there, the BJK BlackJack Knives 154 cm. And I'm not 100% sure what the finish is on here. It almost feels like some sort of powder coating. But you can see they powder coated the whole thing and then they ground the blade and the swedge. So I like that jimping they've got right there on the spine. Very nice. Very, very cool look to it. It's got a convex grind on it. So I don't know how well you can see that, but it is convex. And I mean, fixed blades there's not a ton to them, as you guys know. But I like what they've done to make this kind of elegant, is what I'd call it. You look at that grind and just kind of how that powder coating came off. There's almost like a little taper there. Not a taper, what am I looking for? A gradient is the word I'm looking for, from red to the silver of the steel. So I don't know, just kind of a cool look to it that I personally enjoy. What else do you want to know? The weight on it is 2.2 ounces, so it's going to be great for neck carry if you're into that. As well, it comes with this Kydex sheath. Fits in there nice and snug. And there's actually kind of this, it's not really a choil or anything, but you can see there is some space there on the finger. So when you're putting it in the Kydex sheath, that's what's catching, is right in there in that curve. Now, when we're comparing just the blade profile, the whole thing, to an Essie Azula. This is mine, a little bit dirty. Blade HQ exclusive, number 93. Let's put them right on top of each other. I mean, very, very similar. We've done this before, this exercise with an Azula. A lot of very similar knives to it. You can see where the jimping comes to on both of them. They almost have the same curve on the spine of the blade, but then when you get in the handle, that Azula's got a little bit more girth right in there. You can see that. Obviously it's paracord wrapped, but there's still girth there. So that hole there is almost the exact same size. Different blade styles. If you're into that Azula look, kind of the plain look, great option. BlackJack knives, also very cool. Kind of a more aggressive look is what I would call it. By the way, if you're looking to paracord wrap this, you've got 3 main holes, 1, 2, 3 there, and then 6 smaller holes. I did check both of them. The paracord fits into the main holes just fine. I don't have a lighter on me currently, but fits into those ones, and then it also fits into the small ones, but it's a little bit more of a chore to get it through, and it takes a little more time. So take my word for it, and you can paracord wrap it however you would like. And what else? Let's pull out the calipers, which, by the way, let me zero these. I'm going to make this a habit. Zero the calipers right there. They're zeroed in. The thickness on the handle is 0.15 inches. Thickness right at the tip of the blade is 0.07 inches. And then right at the grind, convex grind here, 0.027 inches. So fairly tiny, fairly light. By the way, this is 3.2 ounces with the sheath. And let me show you in comparison to a tactical clothespin, because I know some guys love that tactical clothespin. And then let me show you right there. This is always for size comparison, just so you know how big the knife is. We've got our grind angle tool here. And this grind is probably right around 17.5. So a guy and I were chatting here at work the other day, one of our marketing guys, and we were basically just discussing, when I measure, what am I measuring? Am I measuring the grind itself or the edge? So if you look at this Azula, You can see it's ground here, but then the edge has an angle on it as well. Typically I'm measuring the grind itself. So this one is about 17.5 degrees on the grind. And sometimes the knife is small enough and it fits right in there so that I can measure the edge itself as well. But just a thought for you. We kind of had that discussion. It does kind of come hair shaving sharp. You can observe that. So nice to see a blade come hair popping sharp. So very cool little blade. By the way, it runs for $58.50 on BladeHQ.com, and that is the place to buy it. Buy it now at BladeHQ.com.